Hi guys, welcome back to Wine and Wisdom. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Naomi.
And obviously we have an interesting topic for you. We're going to talk about age gap dating today.
Yeah.
But before we do that, we've already started tipping on the wine because Naomi's bush.
Why are you blaming it on me? So that's how you're on camera. You just throw me under the... Hey. Wow. Okay.
No, it's
I'll
both
take
bush.
it.
So we're going to enjoy this wine.
Yeah.
Another wine from Carmen Stevens from the Naked Wines collection that she has. So far, we've had a white, we've had a Shiraz, both been absolutely phenomenal.
Delicious.
The blends are absolutely incredible. If you don't want to try it, shame on you. You should definitely try it. So this is a Coastal Blend 2020. It's bottled in 2020, a South African wine. And I can't wait to try it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And for those who don't know, for those who do not know,
it's June.
It's June, which means it's our birthday month. Woo! Birthday girl.
Hey.
We should actually brought a cake.
We should have.
We should have. What would have been your go-to cake though?
Carrot.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
What would have been yours?
Carrot.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we both have carrot cake.
Love.
Okay, if not carrot, what would you have?
Victoria sponge.
Oh, me too.
Oh my god! High five, girl.
And if not that, wine.
Yeah. Hello, come on.
Cheers, babes.
Cheers. Happy birthday to us. So for those who don't know, me and Jimmy are born literally a day apart in the same year.
Literally.
So
Geminis.
Geminis, come on. I mean, some people will be like, they ask me, what are you? Because, as in, what am I?
Yeah.
Because I'm on the cusp.
Yes, I know.
But I don't claim Cancer in my life.
I wouldn't either.
God forbid.
And also, they're really emotional. Also, I have a cousin that I don't talk to anymore. That's Cancer. And I don't like her. So.
Oh my God, Jimmy.
I hope she sees that as well.
Jimmy!
What?
No.
Dead serious.
Oh.
Dead serious. Till death do us part. I'm down. Listen, always holding it. So I came here as a Gemini.
Thank you. I received it.
And also the Gemini's just the best star sign.
We're just the best.
Then Leo. Sorry for the rest of you. Yeah, I'd go for Leo next.
They are good. I mean, one of my best friends is Leo. They are very fiery.
What would you have said?
Do you know what? I really like Aquarius or Capricorn.
Oh yeah, no Capricorn. No, Aquarius definitely next. Agreed.
I love yeah.
But you know what's so funny?
Aquarius,
that I was gonna say it's so funny because our favorites are Aquarius and Leo, so I knew you'd say Aquarius.
Yeah.
But Capricorn, hard-headed, stubborn.
No, they are. To be fair, they are
hard-headed and stubborn.
Hard-headed and stubborn. But I like there's such a mystery to Capricorn.
Do you think so?
They are very mysterious characters. I feel. I feel like they're quite quiet. But they can be in a room, but they're very to themselves. They're very self-sufficient.
Is this for men or women?
Men and women. I thought it was just men, and then I met a female Capricorn. And I was like, okay.
Okay. See, I've met the women, and I don't see it.
You don't?
Nah. Men, yes, I see the mystery a little bit. With women, I'm like, you up surface.
No.
I'm like, you can tell. 5 minutes of being with one, I'm like, I can read you.
No.
Really?
No.
Maybe it's only the few that I know.
Maybe. I mean, who knows?
What about Scorpios?
I have some friends that are Scorpios.
Yeah, they're more mysterious. They're also hard-headed.
They are
very hard-headed.
And they know themselves. If they're watching this episode, they know themselves.
Yeah.
Not only are they hard-headed, but when they want to come...
They can be petty.
To the ground. To the below. I can call a Capricorn for you right now.
Petty. Oh my God.
And when they want to prick you, they'll prick you with that there scorpion tail. Hey! Yeah,
this girl's a bush girl's over their tail. But facts though.
They will come for you. But yeah. What other star signs are there? I do like a Virgo.
No.
No?
No.
What's wrong with a Virgo?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely not.
Oh, they know something I don't know.
I've dated one.
It's a no.
Yeah.
It's a no.
It's a no from me.
It's a no from her. Libra. I like a Libra. I feel like they're very balanced.
They're a bit more calm.
They're a bit more
mellow. Yeah.
They tend to be quite intelligent, that's what I find. A lot of people that are Libras.
I don't know actually.
Yeah.
But maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm not sure, but yeah. I don't mind Libras. I don't really know what the other ones are, but who cares?
But yeah, that's that. Oh, these cushions are so comfy.
This tastes different to how I expected it to taste.
You know we didn't cheers.
Oh. Yes, babe. Happy birthday. Did we not cheers?
We did not cheers.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
This is more spicy than I expected.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't get the plum. I don't get the blackberry.
No.
But the thing is, I smell it. I can smell the dark fruit, but
think what I'm tasting. It's a bit oaky.
Very high acid. Like touches the side of my mouth, everything waters like it wants more. But
I feel like this will be paired nicely with meat.
definitely.
But like a
Steak.
yeah. Has to be like a real meaty meat.
But drinkable, of course.
It is. Of course.
Okay, do we have a dilemma? Wine stories. If not, let's play a little game.
Okay. I think we should play a little game.
Okay, I love a game. I love a game.
What would you say are your family traits?
Like
things that you're like, it's in the family.
It's in family. Madness. Okay, a serious one, the fear of being average.
I can see that.
Serious one, fear of being average.
If you know Jummy's family,
the
average
boys are
is not their middle name.
The boys are worse than me.
Yeah.
But and you know what's so funny? I said this to my manager like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I was saying that it's a trait in my family, but it's actually a narcissistic trait.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because the fear of being average makes you feel like you're better than other people, right?
Oh.
Because most people are average.
Hey, wow.
So I thought that was really interesting, but 100% what we're like that. So I can't even. If that's a narcissistic trick, I'll take that one. I'll take that one.
It's what I'm owning.
Another thing that's actually in my family is not temper. Temper. The boys, actually, my oldest brother is actually quite calm. Okay. The other two. The other two.
No.
I'm actually quite calm, but I'm bad when I'm not calm.
Okay, fine.
I've matured with age, guys.
Matured with wine.
Exactly. I've matured with age. What else is in my family?
I would say mine. High blood pressure. Not in the physical sense, not in the actual sense, but like stress. We'll just shout. Everything is a shouting. Everything is a screaming.
Why not?
But why?
Nigerian blood.
No. Why is everything shouting?
You know another thing that's in your family?
What?
Tell us. You know.
Link ups. We love a social gathering.
Social gathering with food.
Nah. We have big backs in my family. Dieting, I don't even know if any of us can do it. We love food.
But I don't diet.
Sometimes we have amala night.
Do you actually?
We're big backs, so we love food. And
amala night, you know.
I'm telling you.
I can do pandej jam night. Maybe not amala.
No. Amala. Hey, abula, especially.
Jam every time.
No, we can actually say, okay, guys, I think we need an abula night. Okay. But we love a gathering. Like, we're planning our annual sports day.
I knew that was that's pending. Always, when is it? June?
No, we're gonna do it in. I think we're trying to choose a date, like either July or August.
Because you always do it in the summer. Annual sports day. Yeah, it looks so fun.
Yeah,
I can't even lie.
Love it. We love it. Like me and one of my cousins in particular, we love to cook. But we're not one of those ones that will be like, oh, let's just do jollof rice and chicken and salad.
When you say chef name, well, okay, you just do
no.
chicken. You have to do everything now.
We would be like, we need coleslaw, but we also need salad, but we also need.
Can you imagine coleslaw and salad? Like it's not the same family.
We literally create starter, main, side.
That's good though.
Dessert,
I love that.
Drinks. We do cocktail like sports day. One of the cousins is doing a cocktail.
Just on Naomi's point, just saying. So I think we talked about like the desperate woman and the dream woman. Learn how to cook. Honing on your cooking skills. What are your 5 signature dishes? And don't say coleslaw and salads. The salad is not food.
It's not food. It's not food.
So learn to cook, girlies.
We always need variety. Christmas, we link up. We do cousins Christmas.
We do cousins Christmas, actually.
Yeah, we do so much. Like,
I love it though. It's actually really good. Yeah.
It is definitely a, what's it called? A family trait that I love. Family tradition that I love.
It's beautiful. And I feel like, do you know what? Like you always say this as well. And I think Leah said it as well. Like it takes a village.
Yes,
so when you all have kids, I know some of you already have kids, but when you all have kids, it's going to be so beautiful.
Oh, can't wait.
So beautiful.
Literally cannot wait.
So I'm here for it.
What?
They're really enjoying those pictures.
We see you.
We see you, girl. But yeah.
What family traits?
Drinking.
Alcohol.
Everybody loves a drink. Everybody has a vice.
Not so much, you know.
It's good. Helps. It's good. It's good.
We like to eat.
I always tell people, like, if you're about to meet my family, I always say, like, so my partner's family, because obviously when we did our like introduction, I was like, one, your mother. One, all of them.
We like
when they come in, one, we love a drink, and two, we love a party.
Yeah.
So everyone's gonna be on 10 out of 10 vibe.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be welcome. Everyone's gonna be dancing.
Yeah.
So if you're boring, you won't fit in.
Yeah, it's true. I hear it.
So no one can have a boring partner.
No.
So my cousin, I really love his partner. We actually went away together recently. We went on a weekend trip. We went hiking. She's so lit. Yeah. She's from Uganda, but I just love her. I'm like, you're actually lit, and I fuck with it. So yeah,
I hear that.
That's our family traits. Madness. But yeah. Anyway, age gap dating.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. I feel like it's very common now.
I do too. I feel like more people are doing age gap dating than before.
Yeah, because
I'd say.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you think about the idea of age gap dating?
It depends on when, and it depends on the age gap. That's what I think. I feel like if you're 16 dating a 26-year-old, there's an issue.
Yes.
If you're 36 dating a 26-year-old, it's less of an issue. And again, it depends on if the man is older or the woman's older.
Yeah.
I feel like as a woman, when you're older, you get away with it a little bit more. It looks a bit funny, but you get away with it more than when it's like a man. You're probably more in the eye or under scrutiny for it. Yeah. But which is funny because men love to date younger women.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. But do you know what actually about the age gap dating? Does anybody remember Anna Nicole Smith?
Yes.
And the viral picture of her dating the man that was in a wheelchair. Yeah.
That's her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
So that, for example, for me, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
What was the point?
That seemed very that seemed like it had an ulterior motive to it. So
don't blame her. She didn't want to go out broke. Do you know what I mean?
And that's the thing. And I think that's where problems start to arise. I think generally speaking, age gap dating is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I think when you do it with ulterior motives, for example, if like you say, in a general sense, an older man dating a younger woman is not typically seen as a bad thing. But then when you're, say, like you said, 26 dating a 16-year-old, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Or when the man is 70 and looking like he's about to die and he's dating a 25-year-old, that is a problem.
Yeah, 100%. Because what are you doing there?
Exactly.
You know, is they want to feel loved, and I always and I don't get it though, because I'm like, do you actually feel loved though?
But do you know what it is? I don't know if they want to feel love or it's just companionship.
Well, you can go to a granny home and get companionship.
Not necessarily. It's not the same.
It's not the same because Linda's gonna cuss you. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, but it's more authentic.
But then for some of these men as well, it's probably still ego to some degree. They probably,
because the woman's status.
Yeah, but then also 100%. It's like men like to date attractive women, for example, and somebody in a granny home. Bless you, grannies, but some of them are not attractive.
Some of them, listen, I've seen some cute grandmas.
Yeah, but not. You know, he wants to know that he's still the player. The girls want him.
You're in a wheelchair, babe. In terms of like you.
Yeah, but
he was in a wheelchair. The guy I'm talking about.
Yeah,
like you can't really walk anymore. You're literally, your body's breaking down, genuinely.
Yeah.
So what is it that you think you can offer somebody that's 26 that's full of life, who's doing everything she can do, and in full health and spirits?
He probably knew he wasn't going to offer her much, but he also wanted. I'm assuming here, I don't know, but I'm assuming he just wanted a girl who was young, sexy, who was fit, who was active, that he could enjoy.
Like, this is for me.
You know what I mean? Like, because I don't know if you watch I'm a Real House girly. I love Real Housewives.
Yeah, I don't. You know me.
Love it. But there was, in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, there's a girl called Erica, and she was dating a very, very rich lawyer. And she had all the glitz and glams. And there was this whole debate about whether or not she married him for just his money, or, you know, whether she actually loved the guy.
Yeah, what was your opinion?
I believe it was money.
Okay.
I mean, most of these girls that married them for money, a lot of them they started off with no money. If you had money and then you married him, then I could probably believe it's love. Yeah. But you started off with nothing, and he gave you a life. And like I said, I do believe women can grow in love with a man.
They can.
So I do feel like she probably grew to have some form of love for him, for what he was able to give her and provide.
But then what if you can't provide that anymore? Then what happens?
Yeah, well, they're divorced now.
Oh.
And she's now coming out with, I never loved him, and all this story.
Shock. The thing is, I feel like to some degree, I feel like it makes sense to date a little bit older anyway.
Yeah.
And whether that's like 3 years, 4 years. For example, my partner now is probably the youngest person I've ever dated. Like he's a year older than I am. Whereas technically, I've dated people that are 5 years older than me before, right? And in all fairness, I don't really see the difference right now.
Yeah.
I can say. And there's younger men, for example, that are doing way better than older men, or have more common sense than older men, and they have a vision. So I feel like it depends on the stage of life that the person is at. You sometimes feel that because the man is older, he's going to be able to give more, provide more. And sometimes you're babysitting him. It's not always the case.
Yeah.
It's not. And I've met younger people that I'm like, you're doing so well for yourself at that 100%. Age. And like another woman that would date you would be extremely lucky to date you.
Yeah.
Obviously she's still the prize, but you know what I mean? So it depends. I'm not against age gap dating.
Yeah.
I'm really not. But it depends on what you're dating for.
Yeah. And I think that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. It's what are the intentions behind the dating.
Yeah.
Because naturally there typically is an age gap. Because many people don't tend to date people who are the same age as them. Yeah. Just in a general sense. Many people don't.
Because you meet people, you don't know what age they are.
You don't. And the thing is, if age was removed from a conversation and you never knew somebody's age, it'd be interesting to see whether or not people would date people older or younger than them.
Funny that you say this, because do you know what it is? So obviously my little brother's 3 years younger than I am. And anyone that tells me that he's age, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, you're doing so well in your career. It's not, but it's just because for me, I'm like, you're the same age as my little brother.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if they were a year older.
Yeah.
I would say the same thing, or 2 years older. For example, I'd be like, meh, whatever. But it's an interesting one.
But that's the thing. I do see that as well. I do feel like a lot of people, if they do typically have younger siblings, they wouldn't date somebody who is the same age as their younger sibling.
Exactly.
Because they see it as, you're a baby. I've changed your nappies. So like, I see you in the same
bracket, in the same group.
Yeah.
But now, what happens when they're doing really well? Because, for example, this is the thing. So like, the person I'm thinking about right now, he's doing extremely well. He has multiple houses, works for a massive firm, doing super well, travels around the world, doing really great. Yeah. Same age as my little brother. Somebody would be lucky to date him.
Yeah.
But you're actually young to me. But you're actually not that young, because somebody else could date you
100%.
and you would provide the same thing as a 35-year-old.
Well, 100%.
If not more.
And that's the thing. I think that's why age gap dating, when it's closer in age to your age, is quite interesting, because what is it that stops you from wanting to date that person? Because how much has changed? How different can it be when there's only a 2-year age gap? What's the biggest difference?
Yeah, I feel like when you're out of school as well, meh.
Meh. Because somebody could easily land a job and be on instantly a higher salary than
you know what the difference is as well? When men land a higher job, they're probably gonna really like excel, because you're gonna have to stop when you get, rubbing your belly. Do you know what I mean? You slow down a little bit, whereas they continue to grow. So eventually he might actually be doing better than you in your career.
Yeah.
So then what?
Yeah, exactly. And, I think that's what's quite interesting, especially if you can have intellectual conversations with a person, if you're both trying to grow in the same direction, like, why wouldn't you give it a chance? Like,
I actually think more women should give younger men a chance, to be fair. I'm being honest.
Yeah. And this is the thing. I feel like if more people weren't so pressed about the age, would more people find love and happiness?
Again, the thing is, why are we pressed about the age? So I actually know my reason, and I've said it in terms of my little brother. But realistically, if not, why are we not pressed? And you know what's so funny? I've actually spoken to my little brother about this, but he's like, but if he was going to do this, this, and this, and this, what's your issue?
Yeah. What's
actually your issue?
Yeah. If he can show that he can be a provider, then I don't see what the problem is.
There isn't one.
Ultimately, it depends if you know what you want out of a man and what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And if he can provide that, why does age then become a problem?
Yeah. But then in the opposite, what is it that attracts men to young women?
I think for a lot of men, they probably, because I have a lot of male friends who say they're in their 30s and they're dating girls in their 20s. And I think
early 20s or late 20s or mid?
I think mid.
Okay. But they're in their early 20s.
God knows if that's changing. It could be fluctuating up and down. I think, but from hearing some of their conversations, when they've dated girls who are in their early 20s, sorry ladies, but for a lot of them in their mid 30s, they see it as play. they see it as play. So whilst a younger girl could be seeing it as, oh, I'm dating somebody who's older, he's established, he's got his career, he's got money, he could take me to Hakkasan.
Hakkasan, you know.
Or Sexy Fish, whichever your poison is. But
literally, Novi.
But to the guy, sometimes he's seeing them as, it's just fun time. It's a girl who's young, it's a girl who's frivolous. I'm just having fun with it. But then when they move a bit older, like say like to a girl who's in their mid-20s, they're more likely to take that serious, because some of the guys that I know, they'll say when you reach 28, you're starting to expire.
Do you know what? I had this conversation the other day, and
it's irking.
Do you know what I hate? I hate when guys say, "Oh, like a woman gets to 30 and she's expiring." I understand what you're saying. It's a very
rude comment.
I understand. What you're saying. I want to punch you in your neck.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just here so you can't speak no more.
Yeah.
However, I get it. But the thing is, I see some 30-year-olds and they look better than 25-year-olds that you picked up. She 100%. Looks reckless. She looks homeless. She looks like she's an addict.
Yeah.
But you think because she's 25 that she looks nicer. No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't look nicer. And do you know what? Her eggs are still expiring.
Exactly.
What them vices that she has are killing her fertility.
Exactly.
So, now what?
Exactly. You can't guarantee that just because she's a young babe that she's going to...
Yeah. You know. But the expiring conversation is a hard one. And I feel like it's a tough pill to swallow because I understand the concept. Yeah. Right? It just annoys me.
It is. It's very rude.
It just annoys me. But 28 and expiring, that's crazy. I feel like a babe at 28.
Listen.
I feel like a babe.
Some of these men out here are mad.
Very mad.
But then, I guess it spins the block because then you get some men who are happy to date older women. Like there's sorry, I love my reality shows. Tammy Roman and
yes, I know Tammy.
Okay,
Basketball Wives. That's the one.
That's the one that you
watch.
like. Okay.
Yeah, I will always watch that.
But her husband, they've been married 10 years, and he has no children. He's, I think, 10 years younger than her. I believe.
Oh yeah, that was really sad because didn't they want children and she did.
She did try to give children to him. Yeah, but Reggie. Yeah, he's. I remember. I believe he's 10 years younger than her, but. Their marriage works. Their relationship works. They've lasted.
Are they on another TV show?
Huh?
Are they on another TV show?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, are they? I thought it was only Basketball Wives, but yeah.
I cap it at. There's some reality shows that I'm like, you're taking it too far.
Oh, Basketball! I love Basketball.
But yeah,
Basketball so juicy.
I loved it. But yeah, so yeah, he stayed with her. He's been with her. They seem to have a very happy relationship. Obviously, I'm not in it. I don't know, but they've lasted. They've got round to the 10-year mark. I saw them post it the other day, and.
I feel like a lot of men want to date younger women though, because again, like fertility, youthfulness. Now I feel like, and this is why I feel like I always say this as my partner. I'm like, if you keep me young, I'll keep you wild, right? Because I always say like it's so important for a woman to be youthful, and I feel like sometimes and I'm mad childish. Like I love to have fun, I love to do silly stuff, right? And I love to laugh. Yeah. But I feel like that's what keeps me youthful. Yeah. I feel like men genuinely like youthfulness. And I feel like when you get older, we lose that a little bit because we feel like everything needs to be so serious. Yeah. You're going to die anyway. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like
just calm down.
Just relax. Yeah. Just enjoy yourself because regardless of whatever the situation, have fun. 100%. But everything becomes so serious when you hit 30 plus. And it's like, oh yeah, I need a baby. I need to get married right now. I need to buy myself a 3-bed house. I need this. I need that. They don't like that. Yeah. Whereas the other woman, she's just like, listen, I'm just here trying to live.
Well, this is it. So and I think that's a key point because I feel like with men, if they're dating younger, if they're not dating a woman who's say 28 plus, let's just use 28 as a benchmark. I feel like for a lot of them, there's no pressure for them. A man who's dating a woman who's 28, like 27 and under, there's less pressure for them to have it all together. Yes. They can take their time. Yeah. They're not having to worry about having a child straight away or getting married straight away, unless that's what they both want. But typically, there's less pressure. Once the woman hits 28 and up, I feel like more women are looking for marriage. They're looking for...
to settle down.
Commitment. How do we slow down on things and less holidays and more investing and things like that. Yeah. So for some men, they can see that as quite a tedious thing. So they continue to date younger.
Do you know why I think it's tedious for them?
Why?
I feel like it's tedious for them because they're the provider.
Yeah.
They already deal with that stuff all day at work.
Yeah.
To come home and have to deal with it again.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And I get it. Yeah. And I have brothers. So even for me, I'll just be, even you have brother. So do you know what I mean? I'm like, I get it. I feel like they need to be protected as well in some aspects. So I understand.
But then I can also see that when guys get to a certain age, I feel like when they get to like, maybe in their 30s, they're established. Even in their 20s, you can be established in your 20s.
Yeah,
you know, there's no timeline to it. But let's just take a general sense and say, like, if a man feels established at 30, or feels a sense of, okay, my career's going in a certain direction, I feel comfortable, I've got my property now, you know, I've got money in the bank, I'm ready. They may be less likely to want to date younger. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes they may feel that dating a woman who's their age or maybe slightly older, they're able to talk to them about certain have certain mature conversations. Yeah. You're not having to convince a young girl to marry you. You just know that you can meet somebody your age or a bit older who is looking for marriage or who's more keen to get married or keen to have kids if that's what they're after. So I think it depends, because I've met some men who are super mature. Yeah. And they're just like, they enjoy the intellectual conversations that they have with older women.
Listen, I love a man that's going to make me feel dumb. Oh my
God. Teach me.
Every day.
Just teach me.
Every day. Make me feel dumb. I love it.
I love it. Tell me something I don't know.
You know?
Listen, my partner the other day told me about turtle. Oh gosh, what was it that he told me?
I was not expecting that.
Do you know what? Now I've even forgotten what he told me.
Do you remember when you told me when he was teaching you about the planes and why turbulence occurs?
Yes.
Can you see that? How many months ago did you tell me that?
Listen.
But even I'm like, that's really interesting.
That's interesting. Listen, I mean, there's not a day that I have a conversation with my partner and I'm not like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like, he teaches me so much and I'm just like,
even sometimes, even when it's not even like a fact, it's like, yesterday, me and Charles were talking about it girls and it people. Okay. And he was really, I was saying like, an it girl can walk into a place, right? And you know she's an it girl. Yeah. And the same with men. True, like, you know who's the alpha male in the pack, right? Yeah. And he was basically counteracting what I was saying. And I was like, interesting point. But I'm still right though. But do you know what I mean? But as in like, he was giving me good points. And I was like, I love that. Because I love I just love a good conversation.
I'm telling you.
Because sweet.
Yeah. It's like when it's all said and done, you just want to be able to chill and, you know, sit back and just have these kind of conversations where you're just like, I'm learning and I'm growing.
Yeah. And things are just different. Yeah, it's just juicy.
And it does keep the relationship alive.
It has to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to. So that's the thing. So again, even just with age gap dating as well, I feel like people think that, a perk for women for age gap dating is technically the older men are, the more established they are. So one of my cousins is dating somebody, I think he's about 8-9 years older than her, right? And I just love her flex now, because I've seen her date people before and they're like the same age as her, and now I see her with this guy and I'm like, I fuck with it. Yeah, it's different. Yeah. So she's like, so for example, she, like the other day we were on a weekend trip and she was like, oh yeah, I'm just using his card. Why would I use mine? Every time. She's like, oh yeah, she was like, oh, I paid, I ran up my credit card. He gave me the money to clear it. Do you know what I mean? And then the other day, one of my friends was like, oh, you know, I've not been working for a while and I've been on high interest. Yeah. He gave me the money to clear it and said, pay me back whenever you want to, or something along those lines. And she was like, and he knows damn well I'm not going to pay him back. Do you know what I mean? But he doesn't really care. And I'm like, so I see that. I get it. I understand.
I like it.
And there are perks to it. Yeah. But I do feel these days are men a bit more stingy than they used to be.
Oh, absolutely. I do feel like social media plays a massive part in that, though. I feel like social media makes a lot of men feel like women are out here to just use them, and
you have no gold. Every day, gold digger. Where's the money? Where's the gold? Where is it?
Is it even copper? Yeah.
But where is it?
But I feel like a lot of men just feel like women want to use them, and I just feel like,
but for what?
You know,
do you know what I mean? For what? Seriously, there's like, again, there's so many women, there's so many men. No offense, and I know this sounds really bad, but every relationship is transactional to a certain extent. Yeah. And people want to say, no, it's not. Yeah, it really is. There's always a transaction, because if you're not giving me what I want, there's no point of you.
No, 100%.
Zero. And if I'm not giving you what you want or what you feel that you need, there's no point of me.
No. And that's the thing. I feel like relationships are all about balance and what you bring to the table. And if you find somebody who brings so much to the table and they're a bit older or a bit younger, then so be it. The only other thing I would say is what happens when you date, for a man who dates a woman who is older, and not just by 1 year or 2 years, but by a few years.
Yeah.
What happens when it comes to fertility? Because I feel like for men, that would be the biggest issue. And I think that's why typically we see that men date younger.
Two things. I think it depends. Some people don't want children. So I know someone, for example, who has 2 kids as a woman, and she's dating now, and she's like, I'm not dating a man that wants a kid, whether he's older or younger.
Yeah.
Regardless. You know what I mean? And he's fine with it. Some men don't want kids. So that's one thing. And then in regards to fertility, I feel like, again, do you love me or do you love what I can bring to the world? Because there are some people that get married and then they can't have kids. Now what?
Yeah.
Fertility wasn't a concept then.
But for some people, if you know, for example, they get married and they want a child, but then that woman can't produce children.
Yeah. I feel like it's actually very hard on the woman, to be honest, as well. Yeah.
It is a lot of pressure. But I think, you'd have to consider all options. I think there is a level of expectation that you'll just be able to conceive. And 100%. I think the reality is that sometimes that's not everyone's story.
Yeah.
I think by men dating younger, they widen their chances
of conceiving.
Yeah. Because 100%. Like when a woman is younger, she's more fertile. Like a woman is fertile from the point when she can have a period.
Yeah, but I'm about to counteract this.
Okay.
One, just because you have a period regularly doesn't mean you're fertile.
No, 100%. Yeah. No, but 2, I'm saying, but if a woman is younger.
Oh no, 100%. Yeah. 2, male infertility is actually a lot higher than people expect. So that's the reason why I say I'm going to counteract it, because sometimes it's actually the male. Yeah. Are you eating your walnuts? Are you getting your selenium? Are you getting 8 hours of sleep?
Educate them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like we always, because I feel like it's a very slippery slope. There's a lot of pressure on women, and sometimes and I don't understand, it can be emasculating.
Yeah.
And even for women, it can make you feel like you're not a woman, not being able to, conceive or be. But like the pressure is a lot. Sometimes it's just stress that's actually not really.
Yeah.
I know someone happened to once as well. Well,
no, I'm jumping the gun here. Not somebody that I know personally, but one of my friends. It was her cousin.
Yeah.
They got married. They wanted to do everything by the book, which is the correct thing to do, I think. Well, depending on your circumstances.
When you say by the book, what do you mean?
As in like typical traditional, they waited, they got married, then they tried to conceive. And then I think they were in their like early 30s, and till this day they weren't able to have a child. They had to adopt. Because
that's actually really sad.
Yeah. But apparently the issue wasn't with her. It was with him.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm sure she said that her aunt was like, thank God it's not with you. Because it's a real thing. Like,
a
barren woman is like seen as a bad thing. And but I think what is so sad for women is that women go through infertility at a period in their life. Like you're born with the number of eggs you're gonna have for the rest of your life.
100%.
Which is
pressure on so that important to not date men that are wasting your time.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, cut off a guy who is a time waster. It is not worth it. And cut off a guy who isn't serious about you, because going through pregnancy is not a joke. I was talking to a friend the other day. She's pregnant, and she was like, her first 12 weeks were hell.
Oh, bless her.
She was fainting. She couldn't hold herself up. She's such a healthy person. Like, you can't predict what your pregnancy is going to look like,
whether you're healthy or not healthy.
No, but generally speaking, like a lot of people will assume that if you're healthy, if you're eating the right thing,
again, another assumption that we need to unassume.
With pregnancy, you can't have an assumption, point blank period. But I'm speaking for the people who may think, oh, was she a bit,
No, because everyone's like, oh yeah, she's healthy. Most people will feel like they're healthy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And even those that are going to the gym every day can still have tough pregnancies.
100%.
You don't know what your pregnancy is going to be like.
Yeah. And from child to child, you don't either. But
that's another point.
But she literally was just like, it was the worst. She was vomiting. She just could not hold herself up. Like, she was literally like to her husband, we're not going through this again, because this child is trying to kill me. This child is literally trying to kill me.
And it's so funny because apparently you forget and you go through it all again.
Yeah, 100%. Because I know people that have done that. And it's a lot. The pregnancy is a lot on a woman, but she was literally like, do not go for a man who's not serious about you. She's like, I don't understand women that are having children with just people up and down, because what I'm having to go through now is not a joke. And if I didn't have my husband beside me, mid-30s.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think it's different when you're early 20s. I feel like pregnancy can be a little bit easier when you're younger. That's why I feel
typically,
like
but not in all cases. Because I know people who are in their late 30s. Like one of my managers, well, not one, my manager, in her late 30s, her pregnancy has been swimming. Like she just, it was a breeze. But this lady in particular, she had everything. She just was going through it. She was she's been in hospital. She was in hospital twice in the first 12 weeks. Like she was just like, it was mental. But her thing was, having a child is not for the faint-hearted, and it's not to be done with somebody who does not care about you, because
at this age, I'd rather swim with the sharks.
Yeah.
I'd rather jump in an orca's mouth and just say, eat me.
Hey, that is... No.
I'd rather...
Extreme, dramatic.
You know what? Why do we always say that? Like, you're so dramatic. No, genuinely. There is actually... I don't get it. There's no point, because life is already stressful enough. I'm now going to go... I don't need that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I don't need it. It will be too much on my mental health as well.
Yeah, it's way too much. It's way, way too much, but...
It's a lot. I get it, and I get why people do the whole age gap thing. I understand, like, there's pressures. Yes, everybody feels it daily. But you know what it is? What is written for you is written for you.
Yeah. But I do wonder if women didn't have the whole expiry of eggs, if we didn't go through menopause, would more women date?
A lot of people would be
younger.
Single. That is the truth.
Yes, a lot of women would be single and probably not getting married.
They would not be getting married.
But then also, they probably wouldn't mind so much about the man's age. Because they could say, someone like Tammy Roman and her Reggie, partner, Reggie, they probably would be just happily building a new family.
They would not care.
Because she's able to conceive children at
It's unfortunate that the age thing doesn't work in the favour of women, and it only works in the favour of men.
100%.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and we have to run with that. So again,
can't change biology.
You cannot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some people think that they can, but
Caitlyn Jenner. But
yeah. Do you know what? I saw something on, was it TikTok or Instagram the other day, and it was basically like, so not that I agree or disagree with this, but basically there was these two men that were in a relationship and in a country in Africa, and they obviously, so gay relationships are not allowed.
Yeah.
They were sent to prison, and then the judge, I think, said to them, "You'll be free when you have kids biologically."
Huh? Can
you imagine? Basically, they'll never be free. I couldn't believe it, and I was like, in my head, I was like, that is
so unfair.
That is wrong on so many levels.
It's very inhumane. Like, people, and this is, I mean, we shouldn't really talk about politics on here, but I just feel like so many times, a lot of these politicians like to play God.
And you can't.
And you cannot.
But you know, the thing is, it's like, this will come back and bite you at some point. Oh,
absolutely.
It will come back and bite you at some point. Sometimes, like you said, you can't play God. Let people live the life that they want to live. And you live the life that you want to live.
Why is it impacting you?
That's it. Don't impose your opinions and views on somebody else. I can't believe it, but...
Yeah, let's leave it there. But...
Let's leave it there. Guys, tell us what you think about age gap dating. Yeah. Is it worth it? Do you enjoy it? What are the benefits? Because there clearly are some benefits.
They are.
Does it matter to you if they're younger, older?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah. Au revoir. Don't forget to leave us a birthday message.
That's true. And we take Venmo, PayPal, whichever one, Cash App.
Everything. Throw them at us.